Shit alert, Louis clothes.
Yeah. What's up, Detroit? It's definitely in the building via headphones, stereo, and speakers. Of course, I am the African Caesar. And I guess we're really short-handed today because it's just me and the contrarian of the show, Geeno. So this is going to make for an interesting 2 hours.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of hating today.
Oh, yeah. Hate. So it's just me and Geeno this week. I guess everybody has, it's funny, like the week after the holiday weekend. Oh, and our producer, I guess, he's here with us.
Wow.
She has a
I
name.
count.
I know. First of all, I got to
check on you already.
What's her name then?
Kay.
No.
Usually
It's not.
Oh, wow. Oh, man, that's even worse.
No, it's not.
That's even worse.
Is it someone with a K?
Oh, man.
Kate.
Oh, see, I said K as in like I was shortening
Nah.
it.
You can call me Kay. That's fine.
See,
but-
there we go.
Nah.
And my name's spelled with a C, too,
Nah.
anyway. So.
Well, how do you spell?
Nah.
Wait, hold up.
All right, so my name's actually Caitlin, Caitlin, but I don't think I'm ever called that unless I'm like in trouble or being pulled over by the cops. So
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, you're forever going to be K. You're not going to be
that's
C.
fine.
How often does that happen? I'm getting pulled over.
Well, not that often anymore.
I mean, so you look like you got a heavy foot.
I just have this constant need for speed.
I was going to say, because she
knew
is
it.
from like upper Michigan, so it's like
growing up,
hazard
small
situation.
town, and my cousin used to bang cops all the time. So they'd all just like,
What?
Yeah, so I just knew them all, and they would all just randomly pull me over. I think mostly because they wanted to find out how my cousin
We
was
need to
doing.
just do a split podcast. We talk about Guru's ex-employment and your cousin, whoever, banging cops. Like,
Oh, yeah, she's married to a cop now, too. This is like her 5th cop.
yeah, but would you want to be the cop? Oh, boy.
Hey, it's gotten me out of a couple tickets. I don't complain. Throw it around where you want.
That's a long
I mean, my whole thing is there's no way to spice up their relationship. They're like, oh, handcuffs, been there, done that.
But no, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to date somebody with a team photo that large. Like, I'm just...
I mean, I guess when you can like point at the photo and be like, check.
See that guy in the third row? That's
check.
me. You know, like, I don't
Or you just
really-
keep checking them off. It's like a basketball team.
Yeah, but I mean, if you... Oh, man, I don't know. It's-
How old is
In her
how-
defense, she dated 2 of them before they became
At the
cops.
same time. Oh, wow, okay.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
How old is she?
36
Is she out of your...
now?
You know, you like... which one of us like older people? Is that Guru or you?
I mean,
Old lady. I think that was you, right? Like,
I
you was telling
don't,
you-
I don't mind older ladies.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. 36.
Like, what's too old for you?
What's too old?
Yeah, I feel like it depends on the person.
Do you like when they can take their teeth out?
I mean, that could be of use.
Oh, girls.
Ugh.
Oh, girls.
But no, like
I'm hating how this show is starting.
probably too old would be like once you
we
cross
leave?
Oh no,
once you cross 50. Once
just
you
gonna
at
walk-
50 and higher, it's like
I'm about to leave and walk across to the show next door and just jump on their show.
the half and half part 2 podcast.
Yeah, 20 years from now.
I bet you there's a guru over there.
You
too.
know, like when Captain America showed up old at the end of Endgame.
So really, Guru, he's here.
Yeah, that's
he's
Guru,
just not here.
Julian, and Lord knows who else. 20 years from now in the future.
I was gonna say the only one I keep hearing about is Julian because it
Julian
seems
got
like
hot
Julian's
takes.
got the hottest.
I'm
hot
trying to
takes.
figure out because he used to be an intern for the show, and I'm trying to figure out where these hot takes came from because he was usually just quiet.
Man,
Maybe because there was so many hot takes being thrown around about Guru and me.
I don't know the stuff I be hearing from him. We just be like, dude, where are you getting this from?
And you know what? Honestly, I have not listened to an episode.
Come on,
Not
man.
for that podcast.
You trash.
I know. I need to I feel like I need to tune in now.
You a
If
horrible-
anything, it's making me want to listen more now.
You a horrible individual.
I am. I'm a horrible friend.
How you gonna plug his show? You
hoping
never
that other people
to
listen
it.
before I do? I'm like, check it out. I haven't, but you should.
Yeah. Well, Guru, I feel bad for you when you listen back to this one. It lets you
Drew
know.
doesn't even listen to this show. There's times where we said things purposely to like go him, only for him to not even be aware of
He
what we
listens
said.
to his own show.
No, he doesn't. He listens to the Half and Half podcast. He doesn't listen to our show,
Oh, okay.
which is fair, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess so. That's the universe balancing itself. Right
Until one day.
there. Right.
Yeah,
One day,
it's
he's gonna tune
He's
in.
gonna
and
throw everything off.
This will be the one
He's
episode.
gonna binge listen to the show and then come across like all the stuff we said to him or about him.
Yeah, that group chat gonna blow up.
Oh yeah, because he's gonna have hot takes like crazy. But so it's just me and Geeno today, so I'm pretty sure a lot of hot takes are gonna be thrown out today, and I can only imagine what's gonna be said. But first, this is the Sneaker Box podcast / radio show, part of the Sneaker Bar Detroit family and the DTLR Radio Network. Live at the Podcast Detroit Studios. Yay! Is the new studio up, by the way? The new one, right across the parking lot.
The video studio?
Yeah. And I hate saying parking lot because people would probably imagine like this big Walmart-sized parking lot when really,
No, it's just like 2 feet.
There's like 8 cars all
5
fighting.
feet away. Yeah.
They're trying to make more parking
I should
spots.
say the driveway.
I was gonna say,
across the driveway.
it's like 2 steps for you.
Yeah, basically. Or it's like a James Harden shot away.
He gonna step back his
Yeah,
way
he's
over
gonna
there.
Step, yeah. Anyway, just to tease some topics we're going to get into. Will Zion say, the Master P and his $20 million offer? Guess which brand Wall Street is most excited to see make a comeback? Fakes have become a bigger problem than we all thought. And a man robs a house wearing nothing but sneakers. Yes.
I mean, necessities.
There you go.
He probably had on some Jordan 1 fats.
I was going to say
Some fusions.
yeah, there's a lot of Jordan 1 imprints and DNA just scattered around the house.
I'm trying to think, what's like the worst Jordan model you could have had on?
I think you just named it.
Oh, the 1 fats are pretty bad.
Unless he
man.
wore the basketball Jordan 22s.
I thought you liked those.
The fuck I did. No, I'm telling you, like, you know how they say like one out of, or they say like 4 out of 5 doctors support this, or
Look, it was
Jumpman's the one that would be the opposite of us. Because I guarantee you everybody in this room would be like, nah, we good.
It was a decent idea. It was executed horribly.
I see why they did it. Yeah, I agree. That was just the wrong silhouette to do
exactly.
it with.
Yeah, they tried.
But my fear is that they're gonna think they're gonna listen to the show now and then okay, let's try it on another shoe.
No,
let's come on with a basketball one.
They're gonna retro it.
Oh God, no! I think they know better.
You sure?
I would like to think. I would like to think that.
I don't know. They starting to retro past 15. How they did 16s and.
But those shoes are. I thought they were pretty
19s.
decent. I thought they were pretty decent. I thought.
And then they brought back 20s a couple.
I
years
thought 20s
ago.
were dope. Like honestly, to me, it didn't get bad until like when they went to the year, like the Air Jordan 2003s.
What? Well, which one was that? Which one was the one that Jason Maiden had did? Wasn't that that's 2001, wasn't it?
I don't remember. Honestly, I don't.
I just remember like that shoe wasn't that good. Looking back on it though,
Shout out to Jason Maiden.
yeah, exactly. Looking back on it though, it was ahead of its time. That's really all it was.
Yeah, and it was funny because
Because that's a shoe that is bulky as it was and is sleek. It was like the perfect combination of like bulky and sleek. Like I can imagine somebody like really rocking that shoe today.
Yeah.
But back then that's almost 20 years ago?
yeah,
No.
it's weird too. Like I need to like just tune out a certain segment of like the sneaker community because like it's weird hearing people say like, "Oh man, this shoe was ugly," but man, I gotta get those Yeezys. It's like, where's the baseline?
the balance?
Yeah, it's like no, like what? How?
There isn't any. I mean, well, we always say you got to rock what you like,
Yeah,
but how do you like something so far to the left and something else is over there with it, but you don't like it?
yeah.
Like I'm conflicted with that.
It's like, man, I can't stand Halle Berry, but I need to holler at old girl from Orange Is the New Black. It's like, what? Huh? What?
Yeah, it don't add up.
What?
At all.
What is your interpretation?
I mean, my whole thing too is like, we can easily bring up Yeezys. The same thing I always say. If you like the Yeezy lows, what's that, 350 V2, whatever that stuff is, then you like Roshi runs.
That's my point. Like,
right?
Exactly.
I mean, wouldn't that be like
exactly
it's the same thing, right?
It's like, man, I love Doritos. I hate nachos. It's like, what?
But I mean, you got people that just because of the brand's name or whoever the endorser is or whoever should, they just roll with it.
Yeah. It's like, I don't understand. Yeah. Like, I love cream of wheat, but I hate oatmeal. What?
I mean, I like oatmeal, but I don't like cream of wheat. So does that
See, that's what makes it weird to me because it's like it's essentially the same.
It's
thing.
not though. The cream of wheat is terrible.
It's not.
What?
Yeah,
First
really
of all,
not.
cream of wheat is great. You will not besmirch the good name of
Cream of wheat is
on
trash.
this show. What you say on the
Super
Half and Half
trash.
podcast is what you say over there.
Maybe that's
sir.
why I haven't been welcome back over there.
You can go talk to 20-year-old guru or 40-year-old guru across the hallway. But no, and he does look like guru a little bit. No, I
probably act like them too.
Right, probably.
So I wonder instead of like Red Lobster stories, what's the old
So you ain't
restaurant?
you ain't ate cream of wheat. You got to add the milk and the brown sugar. And
I make it for my daughter.
butter.
She likes it. Like I make it just like that. Now I'm like, I've like tried to like just taste it because I'd be like, I wonder if this is too sweet.
It's a certain way to make it.
It just don't taste good.
Man, now I try it with like actual like real syrup, not that high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, she told me, I guess she had seen something on YouTube where she told me like I'm supposed to use syrup.
You gotta use a little bit of milk, syrup, and butter, man.
Yeah, she said I'm supposed to use syrup and milk now. And I'm like, I asked her mom, I'm like, you did this before? She was like, no, where she got that from?
YouTube.
Had to be.
I'm telling you, kids get so much information from YouTube.
She's only 4.
I'm just saying, though, my daughter's doing the same thing. Like, I saw it on YouTube. Like, word. Like, you know, our parents had to, like, read, like, the New York Times or whatever newspaper was hot back in the day. And then, you know, as we got older, we had to, like,
my parents read Jet and Ebony.
Okay, yeah, it was black. I was just being more generalized in my statement. But since if we're gonna
essence.
strictly black, yes, I agree with you. Jet magazine was our go-to. That was,
and then occasionally you might have just seen a Black Enterprise magazine.
You know when you go to see what's trending on Twitter?
Yeah,
Jet magazine was our Twitter trending. Yes,
Jet magazine gave you everything you need to know in terms of what's going on in pop culture.
Everything that's going on in the black community.
And then the Jet Beauties of the Week.
Oh man, that middle page. Yes, sir. Then it started getting whacked though.
It did. They started wearing more and more clothes.
Yeah, it's like, look at me in this one piece bathing suit. It's like,
I don't want to see that.
Right, what's the midriff?
I want some skin.
Get out of here. Put on a bikini. Anyway, there's a number of things we're going to get into, like I said. But first, I got to really talk about this. Well, okay, let me go through this. Social media, follow us on TSB_radio. You can follow us on Instagram at @thesneakerbox_radio. And you can follow us on Facebook by looking up the Sneakerbox Radio Show page. Make sure to call into our show every week. Talk to us on air with your sneaker comments and questions every week from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by dialing 248-579-5295. I should probably say what day, too, though. Like I'm saying it as if we do a show every day. Call us every Monday. Every Monday.
Oh, yeah. I guess people probably
I know. It just dawned on me that I didn't actually put a day on there.
I mean, I guess that's crazy how, like, some people knew when to call.
Yeah. Like, it was just an assumption, I guess.
Wow. They're geniuses.
Yes. But call us every Monday from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by dialing 248-579-5295. So before I get into anything, we were just talking before the show. I was saying, like, it was such a long weekend, and, you know, you would think the holiday weekend would be a long weekend because most people are off and whatnot. It was a long weekend for me because I didn't have a cell phone. Like, I could say essentially from either Wednesday or Thursday till I'll probably say Saturday evening, and even I can probably pretty much say till this morning, really, if I really want to be technical.
Damn.
I didn't have a cell phone. And that sucked. Man, I'm telling you, there's nothing worse in 2019. That can actually be like a punishment. Like if somebody committed a crime, I think a suitable punishment, depending on the crime, would be removal of a cell phone.
Yeah, because I'm going to just lock myself in the house.
Yes,
I'm not going
that's
anywhere.
A jail sentence for me because it's like you are essentially on an island, like, you know, and so it's like, man, it's like nobody has landlines anymore, so it's like I can't pick up, and I don't remember everybody's number. I got my Google contacts. So, yeah, so it was like, oh man, so it just sucked. So what happened was I dropped my phone and it had cracked. This was like a few weeks ago, right? And I was just like, I could get I was like, I'll get a replacement, but then it was like $100. And I was like, well, the note's supposed to be coming out soon. So do I want to upgrade or do I want to do that now? But then I was like, well, I guess I got to, because if I try to return or, you know, trade in a broken phone,
you ain't going to get everything back.
So I was like, go ahead and get it fixed or whatever. So I was like, well, you know what? Friday I get paid. I'll do it then, right? Well, Wednesday, my daughter, you know, when I pick her up from school, in order to keep her from falling asleep in the car and then not being able to go to sleep later on that night, I let her play on my phone so that she stays up on the car ride home. And so she's playing on my phone, and then next thing I know, the screen just starts to like get all staticky and go black. And I'm like, dang. And it wasn't so much for my daughter's sake. I was like, dang, so what am I going to do when I get to work tonight?
Wow, you are a horrible parent.
Yeah, all right. So
you
like,
just all around bad person.
Like, where's my entertainment going to be? Wow. So this is like Wednesday or Thursday. So then Friday rolls around, and I'm like, man, okay. So I go to T-Mobile thinking that, you know, I could do a swap there. They're like, oh, no, you got to call the insurance people.
Yeah, get all the Shurion.
Yeah. So call them. And they're like, oh, yeah, we got you, fam. You know, you order the phone and we'll have it to you by tomorrow. You'll have a phone by tomorrow. And I was like,
yeah, it's usually 24 hours. They send it right out to you.
Exactly. And he was like, and I was like, you sure? It was a chick. And I was like, you sure? She was like, I got you. Tomorrow you'll have a phone. Cause I was like, I got a show Monday, you know. So like, I can't go 2 or 3 days without a phone.
Did you flex your influencer?
I did. I was like, I am the host of the Sneaker Box podcast. Huh? And and she was like, oh shoot, booked that 12 hours. So anyway.
Yeah, that's what you thought.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, all right, bet. So then the next morning, you know, I check the, cause I have my, I go on my laptop and I check my emails and I see the tracking number. Excuse me. And so I see he's in Michigan. I'm like, yay. And then it was like delivery date, Monday, June, whatever. And I'm like, what? Hold on, wait, time out. It's here. It's Saturday. FedEx still delivers on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So why am I waiting on Monday? So I call FedEx and the guy is like, oh yeah, so we do overnight, just not on Fridays. And I'm like, well, that's not overnight then. Like, don't charge people for overnight shipping on Friday.
Wow, that's a ripoff.
Yeah. And so he was like, well, it was overnight, but not really. I'm like, how is it overnight if I'm not getting my stuff to 3 days later?
So wait, it was at FedEx here.
Yes. It was here as of 5:30 a.m. Plenty of time for it to make its way onto a truck.
So why didn't you just go to the...
That's what I did. So he's still trying to talk to me. I was like, man, forget. I was like, tell me what facility is that. And he was like, the one in Clinton Township. But sir, and I was like, click. And I just hung up on him. And then I went over to the facility. And the lady was like, oh, I could look for it, but there's so many boxes. And I was like,
you should have used your influencer power on her.
I tried.
It didn't work.
I tried. I was like, you listen to this Sneaker Box? She was like, yeah. I'm like, this is the efficacy. And live at the FedEx. But no, so she was just like, man, I'm so tired. I've been here since like 4 and I don't really feel like doing any work.
Okay,
like, God forbid you actually do your job and you do work at work, right? So I'm like, okay, you know what? Because I didn't want to go all black on her. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave. Call T-Mobile. I'm like, yo, y'all told me I was going on my phone by today. What happened? Oh, well, now it's this dude that I'm talking to. And it was funny because he was like, I was like, dog, like, what happened? It's 2019. Amazon out here shipping 7 days a week. I need to catch up. So then he was like, well, nobody works on the weekend. I'm like, what day is this? He's like, Saturday. I'm like, where are you at right now? At work. So what do you mean nobody's working on the weekend? You working right now on the weekend. So then he's like, so then he was like, oh, well, certain policy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, all right, look, just give my money back for the shipping, that part at least, and I guess I'll just eat this. He was like, oh, well, we can't do that. And I'm like, why? Oh, well, you know, technically it was overnight. You know, like, no, it wasn't. There was no overnight. If it was overnight, I would have my phone now. So we kept going back and forth. And I was like, you really about to lose a customer for $30? Y'all really going to do that? And he was like, essentially, he was just like, yo, do what you got to do. All right, cool. As soon as I left the FedEx facility, I made a beeline to Verizon. I walked into the store. I was like, look, tell me what I got to do to walk out with a phone right now. Like, I don't want to pay nothing. I don't want to put nothing down. I just want to walk out with a phone. My credit was A1. My credit has gotten good. Yay. So, they was like, your credit cool. Like, you can walk out there and anything. You just got to pay the tax. I was like, how much is the tax? He's like, $60. Bam. So, I got the new, S10, Galaxy S10, 5G, whatever. I really wanted to wait for the Note, but I'm not about to wait till September for a stylus. It's not that deep. So,
you can just buy one of those.
Yeah, and then they threw in the Galaxy Watch. I'm like, bet. So I'm only paying $20 more, for a bill. I got the same plan.
Only $20 more, right, Cease?
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, it's $20.
Right,
yeah, exactly.
That ain't nothing. That's like lunch money.
Man, you know how many views you get on YouTube?
I know, right?
Man.
So yeah, but the problem was that, so this was Saturday. The problem then became, because they
transferring your number.
Yeah, porting over it. So I'm able to call and text out. When people reply or call back, it's still coming through my T-Mobile phone. And I'm like, so I call like my sister and she, didn't pick up. And then next thing I know, I hear my phone ringing from the other room. I'm like, why is it ringing? It's
so why didn't Verizon why didn't they just give you like a temporary number?
Okay, so this what happened. When I went to the store, it halfway ported over, so they couldn't really do anything. Like, I forgot.
I got you.
It halfway ported. Oh, this was the funny part too. When I went to the store and like they had to get all this information to do the port, They was like, you got to call T-Mobile to get your account number, right? So I called T-Mobile, and I'm like, yo, I need my account number. And it's like she knew why I was asking for it.
Oh, they always know.
Yeah. And since she was like, yeah, if I can ask, why do you need it? I'm like, whoa, time out. Whose account number is this? She was like, yours. I'm like, so why do I have to explain to you why I need it? Just give it to me. So then she asked my PIN number, my password. I mean, she even asked my security question.
Yep.
Right? Go through all those checkpoints just for me to answer them. And she was like, all right, well, I can't give it to you on the phone, so I got to send you a text message. Okay, one, why can't you give it? She's like, oh, security thing. You just asked me 5 security questions.
Wouldn't it be more unsecure to give you, the person that answered all of those questions, send you a text message? Because what if something happened to your phone?
Well, something did happen to my phone. So like, sending me a text message was like a moot point anyway.
Exactly.
But I was like, wait, so time out. So I just asked, so like, don't you think if I have access to these answers that I also have access to somebody's email account if I was that good of a hacker, right? And she's like, oh, sorry. So now I have my daughter's phone. So now I got to download my Google account on my daughter's phone just to get to an email and read off. And it was still my account number. It was a number that I had to give her to verify that it was me again.
Oh, yeah, because she had to send you a code or whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm just like, dude. And like, I mean, basically, these babies jumped 2 hoops. And then she was like, once again, I hung up on her because she was like, sir, if I can ask, why are you leaving? I'm like, it don't matter. Hung up. And so, anyway, it took like a few days for it to finally pour. It didn't pour it over till this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the ports take a while. Yeah. I mean, I can reflect back on one of my jobs working at AT&T.
Right. So it's not a real lobster story, but it's close.
I mean, kind of, sort of, man. The porting over, situation like yours, I'm trying to figure out why when you went to Verizon, you told them what had happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like, oh,
I don't know why they wouldn't have just said, hey, look, it's because I could have told you, it probably isn't going to port over because you can't do anything with that phone because everything is still attached to that old phone.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to power that phone off and on and all of that stuff.
I can still do that. There's moments where the screen blinks where there's a moment of clarity where I could see the screen and then it blacks out, which was the hard part because I was trying to transfer my pictures and videos and stuff like that from the old phone to the new phone.
Oh, yeah.
And I caught it at the right window where I had to I couldn't do it wirelessly. I had to hook up a cable between the 2 phones.
Oh, wow. Old school.
Yeah.
I hated that.
And then I caught it right when it opened. I could see where it says okay, and I hit the button.
You don't have it saved on the cloud?
Huh?
It's not like Google
No,
Cloud?
not everything is saved on the cloud. Some of the stuff I had to transfer through that way. Anyway, that's a long story short.
Get an iPhone, get an iCloud, and save it automatically.
So a half hour to the show, 5 sneaker releases. 5 sneaker releases from the previous week.
Do you even know what came out? How do you know what came out?
No, trust me, I spent all morning. That's why I'm tired. I spent all morning. I got 0 sleep. And that was another thing too, because I wanted to get back to let the people vote. Because I guess the last 3 weeks, maybe a month, I've been doing it myself.
Man, look, they don't vote well.
They don't.
Exactly.
They don't. But at least I have deniability, right? I could just say, look, they voted for it. You mad at anybody? Be mad at
No, we could tell when you vote and when they vote
because that actually makes sense.
Yeah, it'd be something crazy. It could be white Air Force One make the top 5. Be how?
Right,
everybody got those.
Right, that shit comes out every week. Number 5, we have the Oyster Holding Special Edition Adidas Samba OG, the World's Travelers Cup collection.
I gotta look that one up.
First
and foremost, can you
list earlier?
Yeah, can you say that in English? The Oyster Holding. Who's Oyster
Holdings? I want to say that's some type of sneaker boutique.
And why are they holding oysters?
You gotta ask them that. I'm guessing they live in an area where oysters are that deal.
There we go.
You found them? I feel like the same amount of time you're looking at our listeners are doing the same thing. Huh?
They did this. I think we had this one on here before. This Twin Strike.
No, not that.
But they did that though. Well, no, I know that's not the shoe. Yeah,
they did that. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you talking about this yellow Samba, right?
It's a collection. I was red, yellow.
Well, I mean, I see a yellow one out here, so that's one I clicked on.
Well, I mean, the Samba is a clean shoe. I mean, it's really hard to mess that shoe up. I mean, it's almost I put it up It's a notch below the Stan Smith as far as casual shoe.
Yeah.
Number 4, we have the Nike Air VaporMax Plus Flash Crimson. That should tell you everything you need to know about this Fat 5.
Yeah, right there when you say VaporMax Plus, put my phone away.
Yes. Now I like VaporMaxes, but I don't think any of them is.
I mean, VaporMax Pluses more so than anything. They're starting to turn into a Hirachi.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see too many of those.
Because I'm telling dude, they
I get the comfort, but it's like, some shoes, this is always the problem with Nike.
Yeah.
You find one thing that works and you just hoard it. Like, make some things like a little bit more exclusive. Make it mean something.
No, fuck that. Like, honestly, we gonna, you know what? Hold that thought because you MJO23DAN got me like.
I'm not crying. And I didn't get the Concord, so I probably wouldn't cry yet.
Wow. So there's only 2 of us on the show. So, Marvin, if you know what me. So, number 3.
I mean, good guy, just facts.
Nike. Oh, wow. Number 3 we have the Nike Air Fear of God 1 Frosted Spruce.
I like that color.
The color was cool. I thought that was cool. I don't know if I can get away with it, but
I can't get through that.
I ain't mad if somebody else.
I seen a picture of Nas wearing it. I guess he had a show overseas somewhere.
Yeah,
he had like this Hawaiian silk shirt. The jeans look like dad jeans with that shoe, and it just looked. His outfit looked a mess.
Yeah,
that shoe definitely didn't do it any justice because the shoe just don't look right.
Yeah, you got to wear like some skinny jeans or joggers with those.
But you got to be like the right,
like high end joggers.
You got to be like the right size and have the right shoe size to be able to.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a small window of.
You got to be able to wear like a size 8.
Yes, but I feel like I can admire them from afar. Like I don't know if I can get away with that color.
Oh yeah, that color was sick.
That orange one was just too much.
Oh yeah, that frosted spruce though, that was clean.
I just feel like your eyes will start to bleed after a certain point.
It's pretty damn bright.
Yeah,
it looked like
turn the tint down. God,
it looked like an orange starburst.
Like you go through your filters like on Instagram, you post a picture. You just raise it to like the maximum volume. Yeah, that's what it felt like. Number 2, once again, it's a slow week. The Nike React ISPA or ISPA. I don't know if they're going by. I'm gonna say ISPA. Ghost Aqua, Total Crimson, and Black. Those are dope to me. Those are real dope.
I can't get over the React ISPAs.
Those are dope. That's a nice shoe. And I've heard them very comfortable, too.
I know the Reacts are pretty comfortable, though. Really comfortable.
Yeah. And then number 1, we have the Nike Air Max Tailwind for USA. Yep. That week. And it's funny because the Ray Allen Summons came out, and I called it. Like, I was like,
that was going to sit?
Mean nothing.
So
like, these came out like 15 years too late.
Well, I mean, the other thing too is like, so at my other job, I work at a shoe store too. They just sat there. Yeah. Like I got there at 11:30. My manager's like, I only sold 1 pair, and then I sold the other pair, and we'd only sold 2. Maybe sold 3 or 4 that entire Saturday.
Because it's not enough of a story there. First of all, like. There's not a lot, I mean, I hate to say it this way, but there's not a lot of like Ray Allen diehard fans. Like people like acknowledge him, right? But they're not really, and his time with the Bucks didn't really amount to anything. So
true.
Like,
but I mean, they did so little to really present that shoe to you. They didn't give you anything.
And I feel like they could have did, I mean, I know it's based on the PE, but I mean,
you might as well have gave us the PE.
I just don't feel like it did it. Honestly, I don't think that shoe was that appealing visually. If you just looked at it, like if you didn't know it was a Ray Allen PE, you just looked at it and you saw it as a Jordan 7, you'd be like,
"It's just all right."
Yeah, it's like I don't hate it, but it ain't moving me either. It's not moving the needle at all.
It's not moving out of stores either.
No, and then it's like there's no real story behind it other than Ray Allen played for this team once upon a time.
Yeah, like I said, like they didn't. You already know the big thing I'm always on is you got to give me some apparel. You got to give me a story behind it. They didn't do any of that.
Right.
Like it would have been dope if we got like some Jordan. Ray Allen, like Milwaukee Buck color shorts.
Yeah,
like a T-shirt or like a tracksuit or something. Like
honestly, I think it should have been part of a pack, like a home and away pack. Like maybe not where you have to buy both shoes like in one pack. Maybe you could buy them separately, but I think it would have been better that way. Or they just did it with the LeBron 16s with the
equalities.
No, not the equalities. That shoe just came out literally last week, where it was like based on the tennis shoe.
Oh, the hot lavas.
Yeah, they did a black hot lava, white hot lava.
That was trash.
No, it was trash too. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, you could have did that same thing where, like,
I just feel like probably the best way they could have went about it. If you're gonna do a Ray Allen anything based off of Ray Allen PE, why don't you take a trip down memory lane? Why don't you give me something based off him being at UConn? Give me something based off him being in Milwaukee. Give me something with him in Seattle and in Boston and with Miami. Like, give me that. Like, actually, that way you're telling a story.
Right.
You give me a reason to want to go back and look through his career. You just drop this suede 7 that just looks like it's a Raptor 7 just in Milwaukee Buck colors.
Yeah, not enough people really cared about that. That's what I'm saying. Like, not enough people cared about that story.
Nah. But they didn't present the story either.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But like, I don't even know if they presented it. I don't know if it would have moved the needle that much.
I think it could have. I mean, it's Nike's great at marketing, but they great at marketing when they actually want to market something.
Yeah, it kind of felt like here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's half the releases
like,
this year.
Shoe. Go ahead, enjoy.
I mean, look at half the stuff that's released this year anyway.
I know,
it's just
honestly,
thrown out there.
It's so like I will say though, those K54s, 8s, I gotta have those.
I'm telling you that one mid, man, that one kind of nice.
You can have the ones, I get the 8, and then I know Jumpman's probably gonna get both.
Of course.
So yeah.
Well, Jumpman will get both. What about Boost Man?
Yeah, Boost Man. I'm saying like Jumpman's like
is it 2 of them?
Is he a Gemini? Like I just feel like
I was gonna say,
he's bipolar. Like,
or does he have like an evil twin brother?
Jumpman's schizophrenic. We could play it like that. What if he's like Two-Face? Like one leg is wearing a Yeezy, one leg is wearing a Jordan. like one side is an Adidas tracksuit, and then another side is like the Jordan Nike windbreaker. Yeah. We should put that picture together.
That would be great.
That would be. Like one side he has like just for men, and then the other side he's just going all natural.
Hold on, which side would have it just for men? Wouldn't it be the Adidas side?
It would have to be because that'd be like more of a hype beastish thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now I think about it because you got the I don't know why I'm thinking about this, the Reflections pack. Like for the life of me, I don't know why they're dropping all 3 shoes in the same day.
Did you see they did? Well, I don't know if you did. They did a surprise release. I think it was last week.
Yeah, I didn't care.
It was so pointless.
I didn't even care. Honestly, like it was like everybody's like, I got mine. I'm like,
they come out a week later.
Good for you.
Same shoe, same price. Week later.
Hooray! You got yours. We all gonna have ours next week. So
because they're not selling out.
No, they're not.
Well, let me take that back.
The 6s will.
They shouldn't sell out.
The 6s will.
I think out of all of them, the 8s probably will sell out.
No, I don't think a lot of people like the 8s like that.
I think what's going to draw them to it is when it's the closest thing to like the Bugs Bunnies again. And people like that. They like that. You can say that about the 7s. That's the closest thing to the Cardinals we're going to have. I mean, we hadn't had the Cardinals in a while, but they're going to slap 3M on it. So
I mean, that's all they did with that pack. It was just like, here's 3M. Enjoy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that pack at all. I mean, they could have they should have spaced it out.
I mean, they just took
sure.
FBCC Bay Area's Air Jordan 6 concept and just ran crazy with it. Like,
I'm expecting to see that on everything now.
Oh, yeah, you know it's going to happen. You know they got to do the 11, 12s, and 13s and 14.
14 probably wouldn't look that bad, though.
I don't know.
But they already did the 13. When did
they did. Oh, wow,
yeah.
they just screwed them. That's probably why they didn't, yeah. Well,
but I mean, it'd only be right they do it to an 11.
Maybe they do like a black 3M.
It's the Black Cats, the real Black Cats,
yeah.
And not that whack ass cap and gown trash they tried to give us.
Man, you know what? I once again, I hate when I say stuff in the show because it's like on wax.
Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yeah, when I said the Air Jordan 13 black cap and gowns weren't that bad. Yes, they are.
Tried to tell you.
Yes, they are. I look back at them like again over the weekend.
Like, do you see how cheap the patent leather looks?
Nah, this is trash. Like, what was I talking about?
I don't know. What were you smoking on that day?
I don't know. I must have been smoking something.
You had to be, man.
But they ain't drug test me.
What was in that bag of Funyuns you had that day?
Man, I had Doritos that week. I ate it with cheese, just like Katie.
So now she's
Don't
Katie.
judge me.
Oh. So now she's Katie. So
I'm 5 again.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
That's not good.
At least I got part of her name right. You just like K.
That is part of her name.
Man, like the first letter.
No, it's the
shortest my name's ever been. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
It's just like one letter.
It's a syllable.
K. Like she worked for Men in Black.
She might.
Oh wow.
I solely go by K.
I mean, we need somebody to. We need somebody to erase your mind for talking about how you said the cap and gown 13.
Yeah, I know. Right? I need to erase everybody's minds from ever hearing me say that. Ugliest release of the week. There's you can pick your poison with this. You got the Nike Zoom rookie, Memphis Tigers.
Trash.
Yeah. And then you take
Why are they throwing stripes on everything right now? Because I even seen, I find
they're going with the whole Tigers, the Memphis Tigers thing.
Okay, so what about that flight posit? That silver flight posit has got white stripes on it.
Oh, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, like what's the purpose?
Honestly, if they had like no stripes on them, they would have been a dope shoe.
Cold. Would have been cold.
Because I saw them, I was like, they just ruined it with the stripes. Like, I honestly, I really would like to know what goes to the mind of some designers when they put some stuff together.
And they'll be getting your favorite shoe. What's that next?
Because it's like, okay, like perfect shoe. How can we ruin it?
Throw snake skin on it like that phone posit.
Oh God,
they go good with your jersey though.
Huh?
It would. It's supposed to be like red on there.
That snakeskin phone posit. Yeah. You sound high.
I think
we need to start drug testing on the show.
I think you will rock it.
The hell you what? You ain't never seen me wear nothing snakeskin.
I've never seen you on a phone.
What?
I think I seen you. Wait, no, you got the blue phones. I seen you with the blue phones.
I got the Oregon. I got the mirrors.
Oh yeah, you do got the mirrors. I be forgetting about those.
I know. I'm trying to
say you be forgetting about them.
No, I'm mad because I'm trying to forget, man. That stupid whatever Nike did.
Oh, because it's chipping.
It just peels and chips. And
it's
like,
called it's called Nike being cheap.
Yeah,
they had an even younger child make those.
Dog, I'm just like y'all could. There was so many things they could have did to where it wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, like maybe put some form of protective coating over the shoe.
That, or they could have used like I mean, maybe not patent leather, but some other material. They could have got the same effect.
You might want to chill with saying patent leather and telling them to use it on the phone posit.
Yeah, no, I ain't mean that, but they could have used some other material.
Didn't they do that before?
What,
they
patent
did
leather?
do patent leather on the phone posit.
No, I don't remember that.
I think they did.
Oh, I don't give them no ideas. Now I'm scared.
Man, you don't want to tell them to go ahead and drop them up tempos with
what?
Just any version of them.
No, I didn't.
Now they did up tempos with 720 bubbles on them.
No, I said they would. I ain't telling them to do it. I just knew they would. I just knew they would. It's like, okay.
Foreshadowing.
Like, it's almost like, like Wesley Snipes not going to pay his tax bill again. You just know it. Like, you just know he's not going to pay his taxes. Just from history. You just got to make sure that, he talks to his tax lawyer before March. It was like, yo, like, do your due diligence, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just got out of jail. You going to continue? So I'm just saying, just based on Nike's history, I was just like, yo, like I guarantee you, because like you said, they're going to milk stuff. This whole 720 phase with the whole air bubble thing.
I mean, now the whole thing is React.
Watch.
Is the React technology.
All right, I'm saying it here now.
Okay. Oh, what that 85 high cut?
They are going to give you some up-tempo reacts.
Up-tempo reacts, there it is.
It's going to say react.
You heard it first. Actually, I know what shoe they probably going to do first. Out of all basketball shoes, they do React.
What's that?
I bet you they bring back the Huarache basketballs and they put the React on that.
Oh, the Huarache flights?
Yes.
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you.
That probably would be comfortable as hell.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't mind a Huarache flight revival because I was a big fan of Huarache flights growing up.
I mean, it would
more
be,
so than the Huaraches. Like,
yeah, no, I was gonna say it'd be good timing now with Juwan.
Huarache flights. I know it would be good timing.
So,
I know we just dropped one time. We giving y'all advice for free, man. Y'all start charging y'all.
No, we turning the guru.
But anyway, but then as far as ugliest release of the week, there's also the Jordan Women's Latitude 720.
That was trash.
You can pick any one of the colorways. I know they all need to be taken out bad.
Yeah, y'all fans, y'all can vote on that because y'all can't vote on the Fab Five. Y'all do a terrible job.
Coming soon, there's a Para Special Edition Nike SB Dunk Low. And actually, the Dunk Low don't look bad. The Power joints don't look bad.
I mean, it don't look bad. It's just we know what's gonna happen.
What's that? Are they gonna sell out and be resold for a high price?
Exactly.
And the Off-White Special Edition Nike Waffle Racers Pack are both coming out this summer. And I gotta say that because first of all, the Off-White Waffle Racer is a women's release, and if there was any way to make that shoe look worse, they did it.
I mean, that's what everybody wanted, right? Everybody saw what Virgil did with Yeah, Air Maxes and the Jordan and the Jordan 1 and the Blazer, and it was like, hey, what else can you deconstruct and make look weird?
I mean, it shouldn't come as a shock or a surprise, but you know, people are so cheap nowadays. Like,
I mean, because I feel like Sakai did that with the Blazer and the
yeah, everybody's following that trend.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. Like once a trend sets, everybody follows it, and then they act like, and then it's funny because you can tell the people that don't really know what they like. Because they try to give you a bunch of like, all right, so you know, like when we went to go talk to StockX, right?
Yeah.
Like there are canned answers that he rehearsed, right?
Well, I mean, he's got to.
Right, but
Yeah.
right. And so it's funny when you go out into the world and you talk to people and they try to like memorize these canned answers that they saw somewhere. And you know it's not coming from the heart.
Oh yeah, no, it's all right off of a script.
Yeah, it's like, well, let me try to explain why I like these Yeezys, even though I don't know why I like these Yeezys. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. And so, like, that's why I brought up last week when I was down at No Joke Kicks while I was down there. You know, right. So,
I don't know how you slipped and fell in there.
I was trying to hide. So, I was arguing with the guy because he's like, oh man, the Travis Scott ones are the best Jordan ones ever. And I'm like, why? And he's like, bringing up the resale price. I'm like, what the resale price got to do with how the shoe looks? That makes absolutely no sense. I'm like, dog, like, what about this shoe makes it dope? And he couldn't name it. He was just like, oh man, come on. I mean, the Travis Scott, I mean, they sold out. Like, I'm like,
so
you're not telling me why this shoe is dope. You're just telling me a bunch of things like it's sold out fast.
So that's why I'm interested to see what people say about those the Raptors that just dropped with just Drake's signature on the tongue and with
I looked at it like, wow, they got.
I got them. I don't know how I won, but I won. But at the same time, I did kind of like regret not getting the Raptor 4s. So I'm like, all right, cool.
But you know what's funny though? You know, usually how you win on there, it says got them.
That was my first time winning on there. So,
but no, that's what I'm saying. But no, you know how it says got them and it shows a picture of the shoe.
Yeah,
I read that as like Nike saying got them because
it's the same.
Because they got
shoe.
you though, like they gave you like
it's
they sold you
shoe.
the same shoe minus one
small detail.
Right.
That I'm curious to see like come probably next week.
And I already know people are gonna say, well, y'all, you know, Nike Air, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
But I'm like, but I ain't, you know, one.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's really not. Like, they completely changed the look of the shoe. You know, saying to, you know, for branding purposes.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I regret not, it's 2 4s that actually 3 that I regret not getting. It was the Raptors, the Toro Reds, and
a lot of people.
Them Toro Reds.
Regret getting those Toro Reds.
Yeah.
Cause I remember a lot of people weren't, like, for some reason, I remember a lot of people saying, I ain't feeling those.
It was like, it was something about that. Well, I think it was because when we heard the name Toro Red, we thinking the 5s.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different color red probably because of the texture of the suede.
I feel like it's a lot. Yeah, first of all, the 5s are suede. These are nubuck.
Yeah, so
and that
the
red
textures
just pops.
Yeah, and that's why I regret it because I'm looking back and I'm like, man, that shoe was cold as hell.
Oh yeah, I still got mine still clean. I might wear them next week too.
Oh, there you go. See?
Them boys is It's funny because I had a lot of people still look at me like, yo, and a lot of people don't still have them in good condition. Which is like,
that's what I'm saying. Now that would be a shoe. If they want a retro something like that,
they might.
Yeah, they might. What 6 years from now, and then they're gonna do something crazy to it. They're gonna call it Toro Red, and
because I never thought they would retro the what was it, the gray and black forest. You know, it was like a gray nubuck upper, black bottom, white midsole, and then it had like yellow in there somewhere.
Oh, okay. Oh, the cool gray, cool gray forest. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot. Like,
yeah.
I mean, why can't I get a pair of Lightning Force? Can y'all bring those back?
I need them tour yellow for us with this, the patch.
Oh yeah, with the rare air patch on there. Yeah, them was sweet as hell.
This is another shoe I'm looking forward to. The white and red Reebok Answer 5 OG is being retro soon.
Is it actually gonna come out?
Oh, well, I hope so. Or at least
you know Reebok like
bury it, and then they're gonna tell you it came out. Just gonna drop unexpectedly.
But you got your source, so
sources. But
my bad.
Yeah. But I also gotta say this too, Reebok, if you're listening, I swear to God, if y'all do like y'all did with the Answer ones and only release them up to a size 14, I will personally come to Boston and fight every last person in the building.
You know, Bostonians like to fight.
Bet.
All right.
It should be good then. The
good old brouhaha.
Yeah, brouhaha. I don't know how to feel about this. I was hoping Jumpman could give his hot take on this. There's an Air Jordan 3 Animal Pack coming out this fall. And there's already like reckless speculation about how, as far as how it's going to look.
Is it going to look just like the Safari Pack, Air Max 1 in 95?
No, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy everybody's
Tiger stripes.
Yeah. You know, everybody's going to, yeah, that's what everybody's throwing on there. Tiger stripes and
zebra print.
They make it look like a What the Animal Jordan 3 look.
I mean, I definitely got to see a mock-up is not going to do that any justice. I need to see official, detailed release pictures of that.
And y'all need to quit trusting these mock-ups too, man. A lot of people getting y'all gassed up for shoes that ain't even coming out or ain't gonna look nothing like you expect them to.
Well, I mean, I forgot I had seen a mock-up of the. Oh no, they just released the official photo. I think of the 11s that's supposed to drop in December. The white and gray.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, trash.
Because it's like white and gray.
Yeah, somebody's mock-up was like.
It was funny because somebody thought it was
complete
gonna be the cool
opposite.
Gray.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, no, like, first of all, it says vast gray, not cool gray. Secondly, yeah. Mm-mm.
Which, I mean, that's another one, Jordan Brand. Like, come on, man.
They're not going to drop the playoffs and the cool grays in the same year. They're going to milk this. If they drop the cool grays, it'd be like next year or the year after.
I mean, the cool grays would be something that, again, the use of the sneakers app, they got to do that.
The cool gray?
I
said that because I'm like, even though it's not an OG, I feel like it's old enough.
That's a shoe. You
did the Space Jams. Well, they've done
the playoffs about 6 times since the cool grays last came out. So
they got to give us the cool grays. They got to give us the white joints, the white and Concord, not the white Concord, the white and what was it called? Columbia.
Oh yeah. The real Columbias.
Yes.
Yeah.
And well, the reason they can't do Columbia is because it's actually trademarked by somebody. I think it's a school that trademarked.
Oh, for real? I didn't know that.
The name of the color, yeah.
Oh.
And then they can give us the cool grays. What they do after that, I don't know. But like, I don't even feel like it has to be an OG because they gave us the red joints. They gave us the Midnight Navy joints. Was it Winlight 96, Winlight 82? So they can do what they want to as far as the high cuts. And this is another thing too, and I'm tired of y'all complaining. All y'all people that didn't start getting shoes until like 5 years ago, shut the hell up talking about what cut you like. You don't get a say in this.
Yeah, you didn't have anything beforehand.
Right. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh man, I like the low cut. Okay. You continue buying low cuts that are available on the resale market. The rest of us.
I do like the lower cut on the 11s though. That's personal preference. That's what I like.
You can shut the hell up. Turn the mic off.
No, don't do that. No,
Did she do it?
No, she didn't.
Try to talk.
No.
Damn.
I mean, it'd be a lonely show.
It would be, but I love it.
I can mute you instead.
Yeah, there we go.
I have the power.
Yeah. I know there's too much power for 1 minute and a half.
Well, she's not.
I'm just gonna take over. It's my show
1 minute
now.
and a half.
Right.
It'd be funny if she was like Malcolm X and just goes like this, and everybody in the studio leaves. Just points out. Yeah, everybody just walks out. And the fact that she got that reference was dope.
We always said she's dope though.
Yeah, she is dope.
Yeah, we rock with her.
No.
That's why we was trying to steal her to Chicago.
You just don't want me to mute your mic.
Oh no, to our fiance's chagrin. You're going where with who? How many?
I was going to say, I don't think it was the who. I think it was the how many.
You going there with what?
Literally, his only concern was, can I get a pair of shoes?
Wow. It's called prostitution.
Right.
I mean, I felt kind of like sold out, you know? Like,
so I'm going out with 5 guys. Okay, well, at least they're white.
Yeah. But they're not.
No,
dun, dun, dun.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So what else we got coming? So, we talked about the 11s. I don't know if have you seen the Bandaloo Nike Carry 5s?
No.
Okay, I ain't gonna talk about that. This once again going back to the whole Photoshop thing. There's a neon Air Max 95 inspired Air Jordan 4 with Nike Air branding.
I seen the mock up.
Yeah,
of that, and it's like the green. Like for one, the green doesn't even match.
No.
So it's like, well, because what is this got? It's like it's gray with like the green netting.
It's like shades of gray. You know it's not gonna look like that.
So, I mean, I'm curious to see what it does look like.
I know too because I'm fearful because like for whatever reason, even though it's a different silhouette, the chlorophyll 3s keep popping in my head.
I can see that. I can see that,
and it's like get out of my head.
I mean, I think it's because that's. I mean, color scheme wise, that's what you just saw.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know. My hope is that the shoe isn't even gray. I hope it's like basically a white base, and then maybe like little hints of gray.
I think it's
somewhere.
gonna. I mean, if I'm doing it, I would have it color blocked in the same way the 95s are color blocked, where it goes from like light to dark with hits of.
You know, that's doing too much for them. Come on now.
I mean, why would you even drop this
What
shoe?
brand are we talking about? We're talking about a very lazy brand.
But where's the correlation between these two shoes? Why are you doing this anyway?
I mean, first and foremost, that is the very first thing I thought of because I'm like, Jordan 4s came out in, what would that have been, 90? That was 90, wasn't it?
No, Jordan 4's came out like 89. Yeah, 89.
95s came out in 95.
Right, like 6 years later.
There's no connection.
There's no tie to it. So,
Yeah,
other than did Tinker design the 95s? I guess that would be the correlation.
Think Tinker did, but it's like.
No, wait a minute. Did he? I don't think he did.
I think he did.
I don't think Tinker did.
So then my question is this like pick up from the shoes that they were dropping, was that last year? Like all of the Jordans that were dropping that were inspired by Tinker Hatfield Creations?
Yeah, they need to stop doing that. Some things don't need to be mismatched. Just let them live on their own. Speaking of which, are they ever going to try to do the right thing for us? Or is
The real do the right thing for us?
Or are they,
With the
what happened
scuff?
to that? Like, weren't they supposed to drop in like April?
Never. Oh, you talking about the one with the Gucci colorway to match the pizzeria?
Don't feed into that.
I'm just saying.
Just because it's red, white, and green, don't mean it's Gucci. Or red, white, and black.
Sergio Lozano.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody else. Because it's based on the anatomy. I didn't realize that
Yeah.
too. Like, that's pretty dope. See, now that's good design. Like, when they take something.
But I mean, look at when this was. That's when they were actually like taking.
But that's when they was
ideas.
taking risks. Yeah, I know. They was like, yo, like, all right, that sounds hot. Let's do it.
I mean, that's one thing that I actually. So I know you had brought up one of the shoes I won the Fab Five was the Tailwind.
Yeah.
Looking at the Tailwind, I'm like, the design of the shoe is actually kind of dope.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay $160 for it, but the design of the shoe is actually kind of
I
dope.
think
Like,
the most I paid is like $130.
you want to know the most I pay for a Tailwind?
What's that?
$1.
Oh, easily. That's
Yeah,
it.
That's it.
Speaking of which, Chiquita wants to know when she's gonna get her bucks.
I better talk to. He ain't in there right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's skipped town just to,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
to avoid paying $50.
That's really why he's not here.
Man, that's crazy.
No, I got it. No, what's funny is I was actually I'm mad he's not here. I was gonna give me a LeBron James shirt. I was gonna wear it today
Why?
just to troll him.
Why?
I don't know, because it's just kind of weird for me to be wearing that, and then I'll just talk shit about him. Like, didn't make the playoffs, huh?
I gotta say this too, like just watching the finals and dealing with people. Like, I it's so weird listening to LeBron fans try to like make distinctions between what he did and KD did.
It's so weird listening to Guru, huh?
Cause yeah, basically it's like okay, so LeBron tried to form the Justice League, KD joined the Avengers, and you're really trying to sit there and argue over like. And they're like, oh, well, he went over, like, KD. Like, it was funny when LeBron had a super team, the ends justified the means. All that mattered was winning a championship. But when KD does it, all of a sudden we doing a nitpick.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said, like, with KD, like, okay, yeah, the move might have been a little weak, but it's like your goal was to win a championship.
Yeah,
you won a championship.
Like, you mean to tell me if other superstars besides Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, I mean, Ray Allen did it. I mean, LeBron would have welcomed all those superstars too. If Carmelo Anthony wanted to join, it would have been fine, according to LeBron's stance. So all of a sudden now they got an attitude. And for me, it's because it's more successful. Like, basically KD was more successful at doing what LeBron tried to do.
Yeah.
Like, granted, LeBron has 3 rings and KD only has, 2?
2, but I mean,
But he's gonna
he's
get 3
probably
this
going to
year.
get 3, yeah.
Right. And so, I mean, they're on a better run than.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, this is definitely about to go down as.
Yeah, but it was funny though because there was like
dynasty.
Listening to Guru talk. Oh, he had to do that to beat LeBron. Okay, so who did LeBron have to beat to form a super team then? What, the old Celtics?
He was the ghost of Jordan he was chasing.
The old Celtics, who he only ran into twice, once in Cleveland and once in Miami.
Yeah.
They ain't like the Pistons where he just kept running into them and kept getting knocked out.
I can't defend him on that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to let you have your point on that one.
It's so funny to me. Like, it's just like, y'all are the most inconsistent fan base I've ever heard.
I think a lot of it though is just hate the fact that LeBron isn't in the finals. Because I mean, I went out and said I was like, I'm enjoying this NBA finals. Right
you know what's funny to me
this
too?
is great.
Because that's what they bring up too. Because they were like, well, this play, like they be like Steph Curry, he's up there now. Like, and I don't think that, but I'm just saying some people are making that argument. Oh, but LeBron has more championships. Oh, now championships matter? Because remember when you made the argument?
Yeah, they didn't matter before.
Yeah, because championships was a team thing. All of a sudden, we want to.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's funny because my brother brought up a point on him and his boys got a podcast now. Actually,
wow,
runs in the family.
Jesus, everybody have a podcast now.
Yeah, it's
who doesn't have a podcast?
A little saturated now.
Like having a podcast is like having a cell phone at this point. Like, you used to be cool to be the only person in class with a cell phone.
You want to go there, saying that you didn't have one for like 3 days?
I know, right? That's why I know. That's why I made the analogy.
But no, like he's talking about Steph Curry is like probably maybe the best player in the world right now, and it was just off of maybe a stance of popularity. He was like, think about it. What player does every single kid want to be like right now?
Steph.
I mean, you can almost say like this is like Steph's. It's Steph's league right now because he's basically the face.
I think he changed, and people ain't gonna like this, but I think he changed the game more than LeBron did because for that simple point. Like when LeBron changed it in a way like free agents move, but he didn't change it like on the court. Like Steph Curry, like you see everybody named mama not chucking no threes.
I was going to say, Steph changed the game almost the same way Jordan changed the game.
Yeah, he kind of changed the style of it.
Yeah,
LeBron didn't really change the style of the game.
I think what LeBron helped do is the fact that you got like guys like Ben Simmons and Anthony Davis. You got big guys that don't mind handling the basketball. Because like you kind of like look at what position LeBron should be playing. Right. He should be playing like Charles Barkley.
But guys that are ushered in like the fact like big men no longer matter.
True, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at Steph, like what you just said, everybody wants to just chuck threes up from anywhere now.
Yeah,
they do it in college. They do it in high school. Like, it's all over. Everybody tries to be like Steph. And even, like, his handles. He's got good handles. Everybody tries to drive to the lane, flashy, like Steph, or shoot threes, so.
But I already know we're going to get a bunch of LeBron haters. LeBron lovers. Oh, my God. You guys suck.
I mean, hey, like I said, I'm enjoying the finals right now.
Leave LeBron alone. What's that Britney Spears guy? Like, leave Britney alone. All right, so anyway, Master P offers $20 million or offers a $20 million shoe deal to Zion Williamson. An article written by Hannah, what was that, Lifshutz for Complex? I wonder if Complex trolling me. I wonder if he's making up a writer to see if I say it.
Might have made up the story, too.
Probably. No, Master P actually posted a video and stuff.
They probably paid him off to do it.
Maybe.
Master P like to make money, so.
That Complex kind of money. Presumed number 1 overall NBA draft pick Zion Williamson has been offered a $20 million shoe deal with Moneyati. Is that what it's called? Moneyati? Come on, Master P.
Was that something that he had in the last Don?
Come on, bro. Like, that's where they thought that name on a car ride to the interview. Anyway, a shoe deal with Moneyati and a film role, courtesy of Master P. Master P says that he knows that Zion is going to get a big shoe deal from Nike or Adidas, but he wants to have a deal with Zion for shoes to wear off the court. Okay, you know what? Before I read this any further, okay, there's a reason why he's laughing. Because that is the most idiotic thing. Okay, and I can't tell you how many people I've had to debate over the last week over this, where it was like, yeah, he might be able to pull that off. Okay, dude, LeBron James cannot wear anything but Nike. James Harden,
lifetime athlete.
Remember they was about to pull James Harden's contract because he was wearing Jordans up until the 11th hour before his contract officially started.
Then all of a sudden you got that. What was that one picture? You had all the boxes of shell toes.
Yes, they had to send a truck like, yo, we about to give you every Adidas in history. So here's the thing: they're not going to pay Zion Williamson. See, this is the thing. This is how it works, right? Like, if you're going to get a sneaker deal, that deal exists everywhere, not just on the basketball court. You wear that everywhere. They're not going to split time with you. They're not going to pay you $100 million to split sneaker time with you with another brand.
No.
That is not going to
not how it works.
That is wishful thinking. That is not logical. And the fact that I had to argue with as many people as I had to over this premise is just indicative of the overall collective intelligence of the sneaker community as it stands today.
And then you talk about him walking around like, what you got on your feet, Zion? I got on the Moneyattis.
The Moneyatti. Like, I ain't splitting time with you. Adidas ain't splitting time with you. Like, what? What makes you think that? And somebody was like, oh, well, so-and-so get to wear Converse. Tell me who owns Converse. Explain to me.
I think it would be the company formerly known as Blue Ribbon Sports is now called Nike.
Thank you. I'm like, no, like, come on, man. Like, y'all not even making this a hard debate. Like, yes, he can wear Converse because Nike's making it. They cashing out anyway, right? He wears Nike on the court, he gets to wear Converse.
I was gonna say it's almost the same as Kyle Kuzma wearing the GOAT stuff, which most of that stuff is Nike.
That's all it was Nike.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, it's so frustrating because it's like simple things, not even deep intellectual conversations, but simple things as far as a contract where you think that somebody's going to pay you $100 million to split time. You spend more time off the court than you do on the court. So you mean to tell me Nike's going to only pay you they're going to pay you $100 million to wear that shoe for 3 hours while you spend the rest of the week
wearing money yachties.
I don't get the hell out of my Facebook feed with this
nonsense.
Look,
P tried it.
No, he tried. I ain't mad at him for shooting the shot.
I give him credit for it, but it's like.
But it's just like, dog, like I'm more mad at the people that I had to argue with.
Why don't he throw $20 million another one of the draft picks and then they could
And not to mention $20 million. I mean, dude, like he's gonna make 100 plus. So I mean,
about to have the largest endorsement deal for a rookie ever.
Now, Master P and his son Romeo said that Zion would be bigger than Michael Jordan.
All right, man, just stop reading. Can we go to the next article? Next.
And have also, you'll love this part, and have also indicated that they're willing to find a role for Zion. And the follow-up to the film, I Got the Hookup Too, which premieres this July for anybody that is looking forward to it.
Why? Why is there a part 2 for that? What else can be done in that movie?
It's Zion Williamson showing up and
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
basketball.
So is Master P gonna reprise his role? Is everybody from that movie gonna reprise their original roles?
It sounds like it.
They all like 40 years older.
I mean, if Guru can start another podcast in the future.
In the future and in the present.
Yeah. Like,
the time loop has been altered.
Master P can do what he wants to. He has more money. He has the access to it. Master P says that he isn't concerned if Zion can or can't act. Okay. But he's confident that in the worst case, Zion can be taught to act.
I mean, I look at it this way. It wouldn't be a bad move to have somebody like Master P on your side.
No, I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at Master P.
But it's like,
get in. I don't have a problem with that. It just.
No, I got the hookup too thing. I got a problem with, but
it's just not a feasible way to go about doing it. Like for me,
that wouldn't be the guy that I would target for that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just like I see why he did it because it's not bringing attention to his brand. Yeah, right now I know that Money Yachty exists, and part of me wishes I didn't.
Probably compete with Big Baller Brand.
Oh boy, that's not really a hot brand. And did they even have it? Can you Google a shoe?
Who, Big Baller Brand? Money Yachty.
Yeah. It's MONEYATTI. Hopefully the shoes look better than the name sounds. Did it?
Oh, no, that's not it.
Let's see. Oh, but before Zion signs any sponsorship deals, he must first find an agent. There are several agencies ready to sign Zion, including Creative Artist Agency, Rock Nation, Clutch Sports, and BDA Sports. Sources close to Zion say that the goal for choosing an agency is one that could be most effective at building Zion's brand, which goes without being said.
You ready?
Oh boy, let me finish this last sentence before I throw up. Another source also said that Zion is nearing a decision, which could come possibly as early as this week. It should also be noted that Master P's deal is conditional on Zion's assumed arrival with the New Orleans Pelicans. Let me see this shoe.
I was going to say, I think the only reason Zion didn't announce his decision is because he didn't get the Knicks didn't get the number 1 pick.
I wouldn't wear these shoes for free.
No, not at all. I mean, look, when Lloyd Banks said uglier than the Master P sneaker, he was not lying.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't wear it for free. I wouldn't wear them for no check.
The Money Yachties, man.
Man, get out of here.
But no, I think Zion. I mean, we all know Zion gonna sign with Nike. It's expected that he signs with Nike, or
Adidas.
I think he would have made that announcement at the draft lottery. Knicks get the number 1 pick.
I think he's gonna announce it after. I think it's gonna be like once again, an 11th hour decision.
I mean, I think that has something to do with it though, because you think about
because I think he's still keeping his options open as far as if he's gonna go pro
or go overseas.
I mean,
Imagine how much he would get. I mean, he would be the man going overseas, honestly.
But I don't know if he would get the same amount of money as he would here, though.
Get the attention.
Would he?
I think so.
I don't know about that.
I think he could.
I don't know about that.
I think he would get more attention.
Overseas?
Yeah, because they don't have anybody over
there.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but that wouldn't translate to over here.
Who cares?
Yes. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. I mean, there's a reason why
he can still get an endorsement deal. He can sign with Li-Ning.
There's a reason why people in their prime are dying to get over here, and people that are retired are going over there.
I guess.
Right.
So I would weigh that option out rather than go to the Pelicans.
But here's the thing, though. No matter what team it is, that's still a lot of money, especially with you being a number one draft pick, presumed to be. So,
I know presumed to be.
For me, there's a lot of things that can happen in it. Let's just say he decides to forego getting drafted and either goes overseas or goes to college. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in the next year.
True.
That can not only hurt your check, but just hurt your chances of getting drafted at all.
What if he just sat out?
That's what I would do.
What if he was like, yeah, I'm going to go back to school and was like, you know what?
I would just go sit.
I don't even need this scholarship no more.
You know that chamber Goku sat in before they fought Frieza?
You just sit there and
I would
heal?
just sit there for the next year.
Just rest up?
Yes. Just eat sensu beans.
Yeah, there you go. And do push-ups on your fingers?
Yep. That's it. I would just train with Mr. Popo.
I mean, he would come back a bad man if he was to do that.
Imagine him and, what's his face?
He'd go Super Saiyan.
Nah, what's the guy that's still there? Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Him and Anthony Davis do the fusion. They be like this unstoppable post player.
I mean, that would be bad news for the league. I hope that happens. Take that, LeBron the Guru.
Wall Street is getting excited about, guess which brand?
Let me guess. Wall Street with Under Armour.
Yep.
Yep.
That was actually good. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, come on now. White people.
And it's funny. I can see it in your head too. Like, what white brand?
I was about to say New Balance.
Man. An article written by our girl over at Footwear News. She Young.
Hey.
Miss Sheena Butler Young. Investors are upbeat about Under Armour keeping their shares in the green. And one market watcher signaled that the brand is primed for a comeback.
How?
I don't know. JP Morgan analyst Matthew Boss recently upgraded Under Armour stock for the first time in 9 months from neutral to overweight and lifted its price target to $29 from $23, well above the consensus average of $22. Under Armour stock also popped last month when they reported their first quarter earnings expectations and signaled that some of their aggressive turnaround efforts are starting to take hold. Under Armour announced that they reversed their losses from a year ago to post Q1 profits of $22.5 million. Under Armour sales also advanced 2% to $1.2 billion overall over the year, beating out the $1.19 billion market watchers expected.
But I mean, I guess you'll probably be able to do that when you haven't released that much product.
Well, I think they're more focused. I will say this. I do think Under Armour is more focused in the last year on, they're not trying to compete in that, the whole sneaker space because they're not.
That's not their
always
niche.
Performance. That's what I'm saying. Performance. And they're hitting a specific target. Like Dick's Sporting Goods, I know they're in love with Under Armour. The CEO recently came out to say how much he loved Under Armour and whatnot. So
I don't know who he voted for.
Yeah. I know he will vote for the next election too. Yeah. So, I mean, look, I don't hate Under Armour. It's funny because talking to some people at Under Armour, they find what we say funny, but they think that we ride them a little too hard. And I'm like,
I mean, they deserve it.
I'm like, look, y'all ain't got nothing worth talking about, other than some of that stuff. And to be honest, it's funny. And so it's good to.
Because I there's nothing positive I can say about a Steph Curry shoe.
I ain't mad at the Curry Sixers. I'm not mad at them.
I mean, but it's just.
I'm indifferent to them because I don't think they're great at shoe, but I don't think they're trash either.
I think the Curry 1s and Curry 2s and maybe the Curry 3, maybe the Curry 1 through 3s, they did a good job of trying to
I don't know what the 3s. I said the 1 and 2s.
They just tried to tell, again, storytelling. They tried to tell stories with some of the, with the silhouettes. They didn't do nothing with these Curry 6s.
The 6s I thought were cool. I thought the 6s were cool. I thought the 5s were cool.
I think, like I said, they just lack in terms of trying to create a story around.
Like you got, I think the 4, 5, and 6s were cool. Actually,
but they don't create no stories around none of their colorways. They just drop them.
Wait. I'll take that back. Maybe just the 5 and 6s.
Yeah. No, definitely not the. I mean, the 6s. The 6s are cool. 5s maybe. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the 5s. Thinking back on it, because the 4s were the first one to go like kind of like low top.
Which ones were the like sock boot looking?
I think that was the 3s.
No. Was it? Nah, man. See, I mean, while we're looking that up,
sucks.
I know. I need to Google her. But no, shout out to Under Armour. I mean, look, I don't hate Under Armour. I feel like this. More competition in the space is good for us, the consumer.
Curry Force.
Okay, so I like the 4, 5, and 6 then.
4s are straight.
It's good for us, the consumer, because the more competition for these brands, that means they all have to step their game up. So that's great for me.
I mean, I'm the one thing I'm always curious though is when does his contract run out?
Who? Steph's?
Yeah. Because I mean, can you imagine?
Does he have a lifetime contract or no?
Can you imagine a bidding war?
Oh, shout out to Nick Engvall too, by the way. He asked, I'm just looking at my Twitter real quick. He asked, what was the question? He basically asked, how would you describe Shark Week to people? Well, first of all, I think the name Shark Week kind of fills you in on what that week is going to be about. 2, it's 2019. Who doesn't know about Shark Week at this point? But for those who don't know, I replied, a week where white people annually risk life and limb for the euphoric thrill of physically showing us scientific and biological things that we already know, like sharks have sharp teeth and are potentially dangerous if encountered.
Facts.
To this day, the reason I enjoy Shark Week has nothing to do with the sharks.
I mean, I told you.
It is watching white people almost kill themselves.
You just
to show us things. Like I'm about
very sick person.
I have seen, like, this is where I almost threw my hands up, like, what I think it was last year or the year before that we were talking about bull sharks. And bull sharks are probably one of the most dangerous sharks that you can mess with because they're just ultra aggressive. I think it's bull sharks, tiger sharks. Anyway, this dude lost an arm and a leg to a shark. Right? That would keep me out of the water, period. Just, I'm done. I don't care about sharks. The only sharks I'm touching are gummy sharks, right?
I'm scared of those.
So at this point, I can't even watch Street Sharks without getting flashbacks, right? So this dude gets in a cage and is photographing this bull shark in his harbor, right? He wants to get a better picture. That's what he does.
Don't tell me he got out the cage.
He swims out of the cage with his one arm and his one leg, and he's swimming. And then this is what happens. The water starts to get muddy, right? Because one of the things that bull sharks do when they're about to attack a target is that they swim real low to the ground, to the mud, and stir up the mud to disorientate their prey. So they're doing this, and he's describing it as it happens, and he's still in the water. And I'm like, dude, get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to do what Thor should have did in the first movie, and they're going to go for the head this time. And I'm like, and I'm just like.
And they're going to miss, and they're going to come back fat and bloated.
Right. Like this fat tiger shark out here, a fat bull shark. So, yeah, I was just like, and the one I seen before, and it's funny because I tell people, you'll never see black people on Shark Week.
No.
Because, like, we did not survive the ghetto.
First and foremost.
We didn't survive the hood to die by a shark.
Why would I want to go swim in the ocean?
But this is what happened one time. I seen this. This guy was on a boat, and there was this whale carcass, and there was like 5, 6, 7 sharks feeding on this one whale carcass, right? They're on the boat. The guy has his camera, and he's hanging up the boat. The camera is about 5 feet away from the shark, right? But he's hanging up the boat.
That's too close.
Right? Well, they're focused on eating the whale.
Don't matter.
I agree with you. I'm not even getting that close.
That's what they invented drones for.
Apparently, it wasn't close enough.
Not drones.
He wasn't close enough. This is before drones. He wasn't close enough. He decides he's going to step on the whale carcass, sit on it, and get a closer look of the sharks as if there is not a zoom button on this camera.
I hope he fell in.
Man, he almost slipped because he's about to get on the. So he's trying to like hold on to the boat and step in his whale carcass, right? And he's telling you, oh, whale carcass is the slipperiest thing on earth.
As
Why
he's
are you
stepping on
standing?
it.
Why are you standing on that? And there's a shark literally inches from your foot, right? Just chomping away. And so he sits down. He had to like put like a stick or a stake into the whale carcass.
I'll just kind of like hold him up.
Yeah, hold him. And he's sitting there, and look, his feet are like a foot away from a shark, and he's like, camera just looking. And the one black guy I've seen in the history of Shark Week was on his boat, and he looked. The camera like was looking at this guy get on the whale carcass.
I can imagine his face.
And it panned over to the black dude, and the black dude was like, "Forget this," and went back to probably his cabin and went to sleep. You're like, man, this is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, like, but I love Shark Week because for that very reason, it's like, yeah, I want to see what white person this year is going to do something outrageous.
I mean, ain't no shot.
Like, all right, this year, I want to show y'all just how dangerous sharks are. I'm going to swim with a bunch of pork chops around my waist.
I mean, don't we already know
No
how
cage.
dangerous they are?
Huh?
Don't we already know how dangerous
I
they
know,
are?
but they got to show us. They have to show us how much more dangerous
Why don't
they
they
are.
just go get in the water with piranhas? Let me see what that's like.
Like, one dude was testing a theory because, like, sharks don't like to swim through weeds and stuff, I guess, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, because
But-
I think it's something about they can't see them that well.
Yeah. And so he was saying, like, so they was going to, so instead of putting nets around beaches,
Yeah.
where he had this thing, he had this platform that had, like, sticks of PVC that would float up and, like, simulate weeds and water. So where the sharks wouldn't swim through it, and then, you know, obviously the nets wouldn't endanger other species out there. So it was like a safe alternative, right? So they're doing this.
Piss the shark off.
So they're testing this theory out, right? So instead of just putting a dummy or a mannequin in the middle of this contraption,
Don't tell me he was in there.
he physically got into the water to test this out. And I'm like, dude, like, like this is why. This is why, man.
I don't understand. What's the thrill?
I don't get it.
That's
man.
like storm chasing.
Like driving through an affluent area without getting pulled over is enough a thrill for me.
Exactly.
Like,
With your
I don't
music
need-
blasting
Yes, I don't.
and
yeah.
all the windows rolled down.
Not getting killed by the police for doing something normal is the thrill for me. I don't need to swim with a shark.
I was
to
going to
get that
say,
thrill.
not get accused of doing stuff by the police.
Yeah. It's like, no.
Yeah, go ahead. Watch when they see us.
Yeah. So, anyway, back to the show. This is a sneaker podcast. I keep forgetting.
That was some based off Shark Teeth, wasn't it? Wasn't it sneaker?
It was some shark, a lot of shark Vapor Maxes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
See, there we go.
There
Yep.
you go. That's a nice little tie-in to that.
Oh.
Real quick too. Flight Club is sponsoring Bronny James's Blue Chips team. I guess that's where we are now. And shout out to the ladies, New York Liberty stars Asia Durr and Kia Nurse joined Jordan Brand, making them the first female endorsees since Maya Moore in like 2011.
I was going to say, wasn't Maya Moore the only one?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
can't think of anybody else that's on my head. So if we're wrong, correct us.
Yeah, I'm like, honestly, I think she was the only one, but no, that's big. That's what's up. I did see, I think Kyle Kuzma had tweeted out something about, he thinks it's pretty dope to see like the WNBA players kind of like getting shown some love for, like a lot of them are rocking, I mean, they always rocked Heat, but
Yeah.
you know, now you really, because of all the blogs and sites, you know, everybody else, you know, paying attention to it, is drawing a little bit of attention to, you know, what the ladies have on feet during the WNBA season.
Yeah, and shout out to ladies. I don't think the WNBA is going to survive, but I do like, you know, them.
We didn't have that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I just hate to say it. Like, it's a harsh reality, and I'm not saying that it's right, and I'm not saying that's what I
Yeah,
want.
I mean, you know, the one thing they talked about, I seen someone, they were talking about probably the best thing to help it would be like if they did choose to expand. But then it'd be like, well, who do you try and
Expand to what?
Well, expanded teams, but the problem would be, think about it this way, like how you just said, they're not making enough money. Yeah. What person is going to want to invest into a WNBA team that's not going to make
ain't
you
gonna
money?
help you. Like, if you're already broke, having more kids ain't going to help you.
I mean, I think their whole thing was expansion was maybe getting more eyes
Maybe
on
around
them.
tax season, maybe,
but actually, tax season is perfect.
No.
How many kids can I claim next year?
Sure, 20. Fakes. So this is a new thing I want to start going for it too. So you know we have a lot of news stories and whatnot, but there's like always like one big story that stands out above the rest. And so
I mean, if it involves fakes, it's probably taking a shot at StockX.
no, actually StockX didn't even mention.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah. Fakes is a growing problem in sneakers. So this is going to be our tier 1 story of the week. An article written by Hillary George Parking. I know how I feel about 3 names. So Hill Park for Footwear News.
Her middle name is George.
Hillary George Parker. It's like a hyphenated last name.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if her middle name is George.
No, I hope not. The global market for counterfeit goods has ballooned into an estimated $1 trillion industry.
Jesus.
With footwear consistently identified as one of the top targets. And e-commerce has only made the problem more pervasive. The Better Business Bureau noted in a recent report that they have received thousands of complaints in recent years from consumers who have inadvertently purchased knockoff goods online. Sellers will often use genuine product images from brands or other legit sources to make their site seem more trustworthy. Duh. Like they'll pull a picture from Nike and post it on their website as if that's what you're getting. According to the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, less than 10% of fraud victims ever complain to law enforcement or to the Better Business Bureau. So for all the complaints you see, just know that that's less than 10% of the actual cases that are out there. And they also say that obtaining a refund through a credit card company can be laborious. But in Canada, they have an anti-fraud initiative called Project Chargeback that streamlines the process and has helped 42,000 people obtain $14.7 million in refunds.
So
why we don't have that here, I don't know.
So basically, if I'm about to order anything, I need to order it while I'm in Canada.
You need to have dual citizenship. You need to go to Canada, become a citizen, and then they'll help you. According to the FTC, in 2016, there were only 505 complaints filed. Right? Yes. Those complaints amounted to $147,178 in losses to fake goods. However, I'm sorry. Okay. In 2017, 567 complaints were filed, an increase of only 62 complaints. However, those complaints amounted to $1,611,904 in losses to fake goods. Now, mind you, fake goods consist of more than just sneakers.
Right.
According to a study by the U.S. Government Accountability Office, which sounds so made up, about 88% the Accountability Office, like, where is that at? Y'all want to talk to Trump? Like, y'all just let him get over the murder. About 88% of the counterfeit goods in the U.S. originate from China or Hong Kong. Shocker. But they aren't easy to catch, apparently. Counterfeiters have been caught hiding illegal goods underneath other items. In one such story, a counterfeiter stashed fake Adidas sneakers under packages of napkins.
It's like smuggling drugs. I was
actually more surprised that there's that many napkins. Like, napkins that high commodity. Right?
I was going to say, if that's the case, let me get some. Right, some of them napkins.
Invest in a napkin.
It must have all been going to Sam's Club.
Get some napkin stocks. In most cases, counterfeiters will import unbranded goods and would then add tags and other identifying features such as a Nike swoosh once the shipment has slipped past customs, falsifying bills of lading. Of the counterfeit goods U.S. Customs seized in 2017, footwear was among the top 3 categories. The other 2 top categories were apparel/accessories and watches/jewelry, 2 of which StockX, quote unquote.
I was going to say, there's everything. There's everything that they authenticate.
Yeah. In a recent survey of 315 consumers that had bought athletic footwear online within the past 6 months, 20% of respondents said that they had bought fake shoes online. Most of them went on to say that they had started the search looking for the genuine product. Bullshit. No, you didn't. Brands like Nike, Adidas, and Christian Louis Vuitton are major targets for counterfeiters. In 2012, more than 20,000 pairs or knockoff pairs were seized by U.S. Customs, an estimated value of $18 million. That's just of Louis Vuitton shoes, right? Online counterfeit sales are responsible for approximately $30.3 billion in annual losses to these brands. $30.3 billion. That's enough to kill somebody.
Right.
Somebody's. Like, I'm taking out a whole country. You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, my allergies.
What to say, man?
Yeah, you just sounded like you about to die.
About to really regret putting the cheese on the Doritos.
Right, exactly.
I'm just crying over here. It could be the spice from the Doritos, just like a really late
That's
reaction.
like late. That's
like a real,
very late
like
reaction.
an hour and a half late reaction.
What if you got some counterfeit Doritos?
I don't know, but I want to scratch my eyeballs out.
Need some counterfeit Doritos?
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
It's fake Doritos.
Fake Doritos. Responsible for about $30.3 billion in losses to Doritos.
Dortos. They don't even, you got the Dortos. They're not even Doritos. They just Dortos.
So this is my question. First and foremost, where are people buying these? Like what sites? I mean, what eBay?
What sites they getting these fakes?
Yeah.
You listen to social media, StockX, I guess.
And see, I wasn't gonna take the jab. You did it for me.
Hey, that's what this show is all about: taking jabs, beat people when they're down. And speaking of which, too, I gotta say.
But I mean, even like,
I'll leave that alone.
Well, no, I want to hear now. Go ahead.
I'm working on something.
Come on, man.
No, I'm working on something. It has nothing to do with fakes per se, but it has something to do with StockX and how there's a huge lack of diversity at their company.
Oh,
where allegedly they create positions and create a list of credentials that aren't really necessary for that position.
Have you ever looked at
in order to rule out? Yes, in order to rule out minorities.
I've applied for some of them off of LinkedIn before.
Yeah,
it's like someone I'll be looking. I'm like, that.
Like, you know,
let's
you
have,
could be,
let's
you could
have
be
fun
like,
with it right now. Let's do this live.
Okay, well, while you doing that, like, I'm gonna finish this story. I don't want to mix up too many things. See, approximately $30 billion. A recent study has found that Instagram has become an increasingly popular avenue for fakes. Really? Surprise.
I can see that. Yeah,
in analyzing 4 million Instagram posts or stories, it was discovered that nearly 20% of them featured fake or counterfeit products. So all the people that y'all following that y'all think is some type of influencer or whatever, creator,
it's all your fault.
Hey, y'all think those Ace Ventura Ewings are real? Ha gotcha, sucker. It was discovered more specifically. This is my favorite line of this whole thing. More specifically, resellers hawked phony Yeezy sneakers and Gucci loafers on Instagram profiles that altogether posted an average of 65 million posts and 1.6 million IG stories a month. So that really makes you question these people that you swear got these nice, huge collections.
I mean, well, that's half the pages. I mean, you see it as much as I do. Like when you get like some of those pages that add you, like for friend requests and stuff, and you just start scrolling through, looking at what it is they're selling, because it's usually somebody selling shoes. You're like, dude, I've never heard of you, and I'm looking at half the stuff they got. Like, come on, dude.
This is what's funny to me, because a lot of times you'll see people like, oh, I'm this big reseller, but they driving like a hoopty. How you this big reseller? You ain't got no money. Like that's a sign right there that you ain't.
I mean, I've always said it. I've tried to tell people that try to get into reselling early. If you want to be smart about it, get you a website.
Right. This is
Make
why
it
I
a
respect
legit
the
business.
This is why I respect the JC.
Yeah.
Because JC is, you could tell JC is about his business, right? Like you cannot, don't talk to me. You a huge reseller, but you looking like you wore the same outfit for the last 3 days because you couldn't afford to wear nothing.
Well,
else.
I mean, that's the style now, though.
No, these dudes like look, smell.
That's the style.
Nah, well,
right. They clothes, resale too.
That's not a good look. But
they go thrifting.
Okay, they gonna thrift in your own clothes. Like all your clothes trash.
Literally.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, and even then, you got a lot of these young YouTubers who don't know shit. They don't know shit.
No,
they just buying because they spending their parents' money and just buying whatever they see.
And I mean, to be honest with you, too,
a lot of times take the time to authenticate. They don't know.
That's what I was gonna say. Is they might, half some stuff that they getting.
I know
can't be legit.
You know it ain't.
Can't be.
So it's funny to me because that's why it's like if you are clever enough and you are convincing enough, you can get a lot of these idiots to spend a lot of money on fake shoes because they just out here because they want to be seen spending money. They want to be seen holding what they think is a rare shoe or a hot shoe.
I mean, they just want to be
seen. So they don't
seen.
care where they got it from. Like, come on now. Like, it ain't even that many pair of Nike Air Mags available, but you see everybody, all these influencers with them. Really?
Yeah.
There are athletes. There are $1 million athletes that could not get their hands on them. But every single YouTuber got a pair. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Every single YouTuber except for you.
Come on, man.
Every YouTuber except for C's.
I'm not a YouTuber.
Yes, you are, man.
I'm not a YouTuber. I got some stuff on YouTube, but that doesn't make me a YouTuber.
I do drugs. I'm not a drug user.
I I mean, I'll go to church. I'm not a Christian. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my parents made me go to church. So, when I was younger, like, it was funny because my aunt used to be like, you got to go to church. And I would conveniently show up right after the sermon. So technically I did go to church.
You terrible.
I did. I am.
Trash.
That explains a lot, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So just know that 65 million posts and 1.6 million IG stories are floating around on Instagram a month that are fake sneakers.
It's crazy when you think about how the Instagram algorithm works too. So you imagine how many times you're seeing that a day.
But see, people get caught up in the follower count. See, somebody told me something that was smart. It ain't about how many followers you got. It's about who's following you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what people get caught up in. And this is why the whole influencer thing, because there's a story about a girl who couldn't even sell 30. She got like 2 million followers, but couldn't even sell 35 shirts. We sold more shirts through 8 and 9 than she did, right? So
She's so trash.
Right. So here's the thing though. Like, so
how many of those followers did she buy?
Ain't no telling.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think her follower count was authentic. It's just she had
can't be. If you couldn't sell 35 shirts,
I don't know. But I will say this though, is that this is why people get, because people put credibility behind followers. So if you got X amount of followers, that means they think that you're credible on the subject that you're actually talking about. But really, followers is more indicative of you taking advantage of the algorithm than it is you being good at anything. Like, once again, YouTubers. They take advantage of the algorithm of YouTube because most of them are young kids or people that don't have real jobs.
Right.
Or families.
Yeah,
because you got to have time. Exactly.
Yeah.
So they could take advantage of the algorithm and post every single day like that, and have it stuff boosted up because they're constantly providing content, right? It's not like they're providing great content. It's just they're taking advantage of the algorithm.
Right.
And so, but that doesn't make them credible. Like Kais did a video at Nike for the Air Max 97 and contributed absolutely nothing to the conversation. Couldn't tell you why or how or anything. It was just, oh, these are dope. Oh, okay.
I mean, everybody could write a book.
Like,
but you know, what are you? I didn't say. What are you putting in those pages?
Man, a bunch of blank words that don't mean nothing. Well, not blank words. That's not such thing as blank words.
I know what you
empty
meant,
words.
Yeah,
yes.
I know what you meant.
Let's go ahead to this. As Instagram pushes to add more shopping features, like the ability to shop directly from influencer profiles.
Oh, that's going to be so trash. Time to hop off Instagram now.
Yes. Its appeal to illegitimate sellers will also increase. This is why you need to do, so this is why the whole, like, I understand the notion of a GOAT, StockX, whatever, and I'm not even saying I'm mad at it, but you still have to do your due diligence. You still have to know what's the difference between a fake and what's not.
Just pay that authentication fee.
Right.
Go ahead and pay it. It's what, like $13?
What, for them?
No, that you pay.
No, but I'm saying, but you still have to know.
Yeah.
So just because it got through StockX don't mean it's not fake.
Right,
just
right,
because it got
true.
through GOAT doesn't mean it's
but
not fake.
I'm still saying, like, wouldn't you feel a little bit better knowing if you were ordering or buying something from off of
No,
there?
you feel more comfortable with that, but I'm saying, but you still have to do your due diligence. So even when you get the shoe,
right, that
your money went towards what you
something
paid
that's
for.
Legit. Yeah. But I'm saying though, if you somebody and you buying from off of an influencer, and I guess you just said like a lot of these influencers are posting fake product.
Yeah.
I would feel a little bit better knowing that it went someplace and got authenticated first, and then I can authenticate it myself, rather than me just buying from Joe Schmo that said he's the king of sneakers or something like that, and then I get something from him, and I done spent $240 and it's complete trash.
All right. I mean, this is why for me personally,
I have no way to get my money back.
Me personally, I do buy shoes off of eBay or whatever, but there's a number of things that work in my favor. One, they make very few fakes of my size, even though they do sometimes.
Right.
Very few. Two, you know what I'm saying? I do diligence. Like, I really study a shoe, and then so I compare it to other shoes that I know are legit. Three, I more often than not buy from retailers or from like Nike, Adidas, like directly from.
Yeah.
So those are three things that I was
going to say. The other thing too, when you buying from off of eBay, you got to be smart about what you buying from off of eBay.
Yeah.
Like if you going on eBay looking for Travis Scott ones, you a dumbass first and foremost.
Hey.
I mean, I go on eBay and I kind of like just browse through. I'm looking like almost like how Guru is. I'm looking for like old school Nike basketball shoes.
That's me. Yeah.
You not gonna fake those out something that was made in like 97 or 98.
Right, nobody's making fake Air Max 180s.
Exactly.
Like right now, that's not.
There's not a such thing as a fake Jason Kidd.
Right.
So I'm gonna find it. So
right. So yeah. So exactly. So people fakes are just like any other business. They going after what's hot right now.
I mean, it's the same thing with like electronics.
Mm-hmm.
You want to just you can shop off a site and get you an iPhone X, iPhone 10 basically. You want to get it for like $50? Go right ahead. You know, basically something's going to be wrong with the parts. Mm-hmm. Something's going to be wrong with that phone in general.
Right.
But you taking that risk for doing it because you think you found you a good deal.
Right.
You a dumbass.
I mean, the saying is true. If it sounds too good to be true.
It usually is.
Yes. So, let's see, where do we leave off? As the trade war between the U.S. and China heats up, many people believe that the problem will only get worse, with the American Apparel and Footwear Association joining into the foray to write a letter to Trump warning the additional tariffs could end up indirectly fueling the counterfeit industry because the shoes will go up. So they're like, yo, bump this. Why am I paying?
Right.
You know, especially if the fakes are looking as good as the reals.
I was going to say, that's the one thing I give everybody who's making the fakes now is they're doing a hell of a good job.
Cause honestly, who's going to do who's authenticating on your feet? Take some shoes off, yo.
Right.
Like shirts. Remember back in the day, like he's like the fake polos, you just look at the tag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was flipped the wrong way or something like that.
Like, nah, it's like, I'm not about to go through the process of having you take your shoe off. First of all, I don't care that much.
Well, honestly. I mean, that's like, did you see Jumpman's video for the Travis Scott one?
No, I haven't yet.
So, I mean, he showed it where he
That's on my things to do list.
I was gonna say,
listen to Half and Half podcast and then watch the Jumpman's video.
Well, I guess that'll never happen either. But under the tongue, like there's like the serial number, on the tag, on the tongue, and one pair had it and one pair didn't have it, and all the legit pairs seem to have it. So it's like something as small as that little detail.
All right, and we know Jumpman's was real because he got it straight from the trophy room.
Right. So it would be now when they're creating the fakes, they're just leaving out probably the smallest of details for you not to be able to recognize that your shoe is fake. Because, I mean, if you looked at, like, just the overall, like, body of the shoe, it almost looks exactly the same. That one little detail, something like that would be enough for somebody of our nature to be able to point that out and be like, whoa, wait a minute, that's not legit.
Right.
So
I'm going to get to This Week in Stupid real quick. But first, something you said earlier, and I just thought about it, and it reminded me of something MJO23DAN said, where this notion that we need to have limited shoes, no, the hell we don't. Like this notion that we need limited edition shoes or limited pairs in order to, I don't know what the rationale is because there is no real good rationale for it. Like to me, if you have a good product, so for instance, Jeeps are selling like hotcakes. It would make no sense to me if Chrysler was like, all right, we're going to limit the amount of Jeeps we make. If we know we can sell 1 million Jeeps, why are we going to limit ourselves to 500,000? That is the dumbest logic I have ever heard in my life. Ever. Just for you to feel better about yourself?
I think
and this is no shot at you or MJO23. Now I'll make it sound like, but it's like this notion that I need limited shoes, like Nike or any other brand has to make limited shoes for what reason other than what I just said. Right. What would be the reason that we need limited shoes?
I think for Nike, when you have like certain technology,
yes,
if you limit it, you can let it stretch out for a longer period of time rather than drop everything all at once. And then a year or two goes by and that technology is basically over and done with.
So I'm glad you said that. So like, think about like the Nike mags, right?
Okay.
Right. And I know this is going to piss, because I know once again, that's another pet peeve. Like airbags. They're called the Nike mags, right?
Right.
There's no air mag because there's no air in them, right? Okay. So going to what you just said, if Nike had made those more abundant than they did, they would have sold, because you got people who don't even like sneakers but are fans of that movie that would have bought those shoes.
Okay, that's true. But then at the same time, if you have a certain,
and you could have still stretched it out. Like, here's the thing: you could have came out. Let's just say you came out.
You
with
know
that
you know that now in hindsight, but you wouldn't have known that back then.
Yes, you do.
No, whatever.
Yes, you do.
No, you could have.
Yes, you do. Because people love that shoe, and first of all, just the anticipation of people knew the date on the dashboard of the car and were getting all gassed up when the date was coming up. And so if Nike had did a release around that time.
And that's something recent.
But
that's
not
2016? Well, that's what I'm saying. Good. Let's go back to 2006. Were people still feeling the same way about Back to the Future? No.
But that's my point. You use that to help build up the hype for it. You use that to, like, we know there's certain moments that help sell a shoe. Right?
Okay.
Like if you do it at the right time, like the Ray Allens. Like, had they done that like 15 years when it mattered, when people still cared that Ray Allen played for the Bucks, then yeah, or you had more Ray Allen fans in existence. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'd aged out. So, but if you had took advantage of that moment, people love that shoe.
They love that shoe now.
They love that shoe then. Like, they loved it from the movie.
Man.
If Nike had, I mean, dude, it was on Bloomberg News. Name me another sneaker release that made it on the Bloomberg News. Right. It was like on all these, like Wall Street Journal and all this other shit, like places that you will never ever see a sneaker ever again in life. We're talking about the Nike Mag. And I'm saying you ain't got to do a million pairs, but you could have made more pairs than you did. And you could have still milked it by like not releasing any for a couple of years and then maybe dropping a black pair and then maybe dropping a red pair like the Photoshop versions we often see. And I'm just saying, like I just understand this notion. Like if you know you got a seller and you can make X amount of money, why limit? As Nike, why limit yourself to the money you could have made? So
Adidas with Ultra Boost, with the Boost technology.
Yes.
How they've basically killed that entire technology because now it's basically worthless.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, now that's a different story because they dropped many different colorways. They dropped many different pairs of many different colorways over a stretch of many different days. I'm not saying flood the market. They flooded the market.
But see, that's what I'm saying to not do.
So there's a healthy balance though, because think about the word flood. That means an overabundance. I'm not saying flood the market with Nike Mags. I'm saying you could have made more than a few. Like, there's a difference between flood and a cup of water. You could have came out with more than just a cup of water. You could have dropped a bucket of water of Nike Mags. You know what I'm saying? A bathtub of water of Nike Mags. You didn't have to flood the whole block. You know what I'm saying, with Nike Mags.
Man, look, I think I can at least speak for me. I can't speak for MJ. I can't speak for him.
Yes.
I'm saying to limit it in terms of, make kind of like how they used to do with their releases.
Mm-hmm.
A release a week, release every month, release every couple weeks. Rather than, hey, yeah, I'm about to just slam you about 6 different colorways in a 2-week time span, and then I'm going to slam you with another 8 different colorways next week, and then I'm going to stop this month, but then come the following month, I'm going to slam you about 4 or 5 different colorways. No, just stretch them out, spread them out.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Like, stretch it out. Like, they could have came out with that's what a lot of the brands aren't doing. That's what I was talking about with the Vapor Max Pluses. Right.
It's like they found something that worked, which cool. Shout out to y'all. You found something that worked.
Here's a plethora of colorways.
Exactly. That's where you messed up at.
And that's what I'm saying. They could have dropped the one colorway from the movie, right? And then maybe a year later or 2 years later, dropped a black version of that.
Right.
Shoe.
But put it this way.
That's stretching it out to me.
I think what a lot of this is stemming from is what we're seeing what Jordan Brand is doing with the One.
That's another shoe.
I mean, I think that's really where the whole conversation is coming from because we're seeing too many of them. Mm-hmm. It's just happened. It's too much.
But I'm just saying, like, there's a reason why words exist, right? And I'm using exact verbiage for a reason. Like, I'm not saying flood. I'm saying come out with more than just 100 pairs.
Right, for sure. No, I get that. I have no problem.
Like, honestly, they could have came out, and I know there's a lot of technology, and I know there's a lot of costs in that, but people would have, like, you could have, I mean, they dropping the adapts for what, $350?
Yeah, but I mean,
and they still selling out. So you could have.
I still got thoughts about how those are really selling out. Because I don't think they're making that many pair of those.
I'm just saying, you could have sold the Max for $350, $400.
I know. I think so. Back in 2016, I think they realistically, legit could have sold. They could have made what's a roundabout number?
They could have made 500,000 pairs.
I was going to say they could have even made more than that. You probably could have made 1 million pair of them. You would have sold out of each one and sold them all for 400,
right?
And would have sold out.
So, let me get to this story real quick, because I just thought it was funny. A naked man wearing nothing but sneakers robs a Florence home, or a home in Florence, wherever that is.
Florence, ain't that in Italy or France?
No, it was here. It was here. I think it's like I don't know. An article on Fox 10 Phoenix, so somewhere in Arizona. Officials with the
they had on the Kobe undefeated ones.
Oh, I think I read this. The Pinal.
Did you?
I think I did.
So how you gonna be you read?
I did. You know what? So yeah, sorry about that.
Re-release.
Yeah, I'm retroing my own stories.
Like how Adidas deal with the Ultra Boost.
Oh, here's another one. Here's a good one.
Does it involve a naked person?
Man, I don't even know. I'm going to read this one just because I don't know. Someone stole all of the right shoes from a store in Virginia.
That's common. But all of them, though?
Yes.
That's a lot, man.
An article written by the Roanoke Times, Virginia's clean soles had 20 right foot shoes stolen over the course of 3 break-ins. 21-year-old Manuel Carlos Ramirez Godoy.
How many names do he got?
4. I didn't call
Jesus.
him MC Godoy. They sound like a DJ. Was arrested after his most recent attempt where he seized 7 right-footed Air Jordans in a sweatshirt that ironically said, "Call my lawyer." Police found a cash register behind the store along with a backpack containing other merchandise worth $5,000 and MC Godoy's student ID. Court records show that MC Godoy was charged with multiple counts, including grand larceny and destruction of property. And despite the quote on the stolen sweatshirt, it remains unclear if MC Godoy actually has a lawyer.
So he just stole the shoes right off the wall. He didn't think like, hey, let me go in the back and try and get actual pairs.
Right.
Idiot.
Very.
I mean, it's this week in stupid for a reason.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so hopefully we have the whole crew back next week. It's actually fun though having 2 people. It's not too many voices talking over each other.
I mean, you just like me being here. So
No, honestly, I could have did the show by myself. Me and Kate could have did it.
Oh,
Got it.
What, with her and her allergies?
Yes, and her door toes.
I'm done crying now.
Or cheese and door toes. Yeah, her counterfeit chips. Like, you know, them faking chips. We all going to hell.
Those fake pepper flakes.
That-
They got me.
Yeah, exactly.
They lean weight and then they attack.
Right,
They probably contain MSG.
I was gonna say they just lead paint chips, made it look like pepper. But anyway, yeah. So hopefully we get the whole crew back next week. And I really wanted to teach that man about a few things because somebody brought fusions again to me. I thought it was hilarious.
I just have a feeling we doing all this talk about fusions and watch they come back out.
You know they are. And there's gonna be a 1-man line in front of Mr. Allen's.
Jump man.
Yep. That's it. 4:00 in the morning, as if any other person is thinking about buying that shit.
It's gonna come out the same day Yeezy come out.
Right. Everybody else in line. He's gonna be. Remember that story I told about the guy that was buying the Stevie Francis shoes?
That's gonna be
John Man. He's gonna be the guy
That's
in
gonna
the
be
front of the
JV.
line, first person getting fusion.
They gonna pick the worst shoe to do a few. They gonna do like a Fusion 15.
I know what's another ugly shoe. Fusion 15s with a 22.
Yeah.
That's
The Spalding basketball.
Oh man, I'm getting nauseous. You'd have thought I ate some of her Doritos.
Hey, no, it's just the cheese.
Oh man. Speaking of which, I can't wait to go to DC. Hopefully we do go to DC in September.
I
I would love to go back to Chinatown.
I'm game. I love DC.
I do too.
That's a beautiful place.
Man, Georgetown is
Yeah.
that's my spot. Yeah, so hopefully we do make it out there. I got some people out there. I think LG Sneakers is out there.
Keep my comment to myself.
Wow, you just taking shots at everybody.
I mean, hey man, it's all love, man. Come on now.
Is it?
I guess it would be.
I don't know. Anyway, you know what? We almost won a show. We almost won a whole show.
I had
at the
texted
very
you
end.
earlier.
Did you?
Yeah.
For what?
I think you had.
Oh, because I didn't listen to the half and half show.
Yeah, there's something like that.
That's not my podcast.
You a terrible friend.
I am. I'm horrible. I don't support nobody but myself. But anyway, it was episode 218.
I think so. Or 219. It's 2 something.
218, I think.
Yeah, we in the 200s.
Yes. I don't know. It feels like this is moving slow. I feel like we should be a lot higher than we are right now. I feel like we should be like in the 230s.
I don't know. It felt like this year in the sneaker releases. It's moving slow.
Yeah, I know it does. It's like molasses. But anyway, we about to wrap up the show. Maybe I might run into Guru, 40-year-old Guru out in the hallway.
Might be older.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he might be 60.
He might have went back and came back again.
Oh, God. Anyway, we about to wrap up the show. So we'll see you guys next week for 219. We love y'all. We out.
Peace.